I knew something like that would happen. Hardy har har har. Should I just keep thaying up? Should we just have a face palm cam today? Hello everyone, happy Friday, welcome. Welcome aboard. Who's up for some more space adventuring? So we're not in space, we're on Havarl, where we left off. Greetings Entropic, greetings Sea Star, greetings anyone lurking out there. Is the mic hot? I think the mic's hot. I think we're good. Let's hope for no frame drops today. Certainly nothing major like the other day. That was messy. Canadians, cheers. Cheers. I'm going to try to keep my hands a bit off the keyboard today just so I can hold the controller in a different position. I am running into a few bumps in my healing path, and hence the short streams and other things. Docs are changing up my meds again already. That didn't take long after the surgery to go, oh, well, let's try this here, take this, and take that. But still doing all right. Just trying to make sure I can keep doing all right. So, anyways, I've got room to hold the controller up above the desk or down below the desk, and just for postural reasons, I'm going to hold the controller beneath the desk, which means I may type less, just so I don't get all tensed up going back and forth. Gonna try and stay loose. Thank you for the host love rolling in. Yeoman Chambers, Old Snake Fluffy Bunny, Tinkerbell, Rexa. It's good to see you all getting here. Let's see where we be. We're midway down a trench on Havarl in between fights. It was hardly a stopping point at all. Building shaders. The game is patched as of yesterday, the 105 patch. And it seems to still be processing the patch. It did some of this building shaders. Really? When I loaded the game, I guess it waited until we loaded a save to build more building shaders. At least it's not downloading the patch. I don't know what that's about. Green Leader, thank you for the auto host. Gudjum hosting, thank you. So, anybody got weekend plans? Any cool plans? I took a short nap before the stream. With all the extra meds that I didn't really want to need. Suppose I did need. Didn't want to need. Everything look really washed out, or is that just me? It's Purple World. Purple World stuff. Just Purple World things. Hey, Eva. Hello. Glad you could make it. We're going to stick to 3 hours. We're going to play 3 hours today and then pull the plug. I really am bummed about having such restrictions, but we got to stick with that for a while. I'll keep you all in the loop about what's going on. Holy shit, it's the Starship Chaos. What's up? Wombat! Good to see you. Where you been? Captain J. Captain J at your service. Yeah, we are just down the street from some nasties. Let's figure out where we're at and what we're doing, though. Little birdie whispered in my ear, Havarl is not the biggest world, and since we can't take the Nomad around on this world, that's, well, one thing leads to another. It's a smaller world because you have to walk it on foot. If it was as big as some of the other planets and you couldn't use your vehicle, that would suck, right? So, alright, we started over here. The Tempest landed. We met up with a couple. This is the ancestral homeworld of the Angara. Trying to get the names, species, people, things down. Hey, Simpika, hello. I said I was going to keep my hands off the keyboard. Not so easy to do. It's my natural inclination to reach up and type every time, but I'm going to try and stop. Try and keep my shoulders loose, arms loose, controller more in my lap than up on top of the desk. So we reached a couple forward ops points. And we started a side quest that took us up here to a destroyed lab and then to some computer access point. We've made it to this trench, and after coming down into the trench, my thought was we'd come down the trench, up, and over to the monolith over here, one of our targets, help the researchers who are trapped at the monolith. And a memory trigger somewhere on the way. It looks like, small world or not, there is something else further off this way. I can't even bring the reticle all the way out there, but that's another monolith, right? So hopefully we can get through Havarl today. And if we don't, we don't. I'm hanging in there, Simpika. Hanging in there. How about you? I either missed an opportunity to get back up out of this trench, or maybe I needed to come down this way before jumping down into the trench. We may have to backtrack to that memory trigger. Let's keep going south and see what we find. What do we have here? Gravity well. Gravity well suggests vault, yeah? To the remnant abyss. We haven't gone down there either. Doesn't sound like a small planet if it has vaults and an abyss. Nothing small sounding about abyss at all. Quick up check. Trail of Hope. We'll go to either Havarl or Vold. And we've come to Havarl, trying to help the researchers trapped at the monolith. They triggered a strange remnant stasis field that's kept them in a frozen state, alive but unresponsive.
Message for you,
Wombat!
just came in over a secure
Yes!
channel.
Wombat, thank you. Thank you for that sub, for so much support for so long. Thank you. Could we get some love in chat for Wombat? Keeping that awesome sub going. Big time. Big time. Can't believe we're still here after all this time. Well, maybe I can, but it's a never-ending wild ride. Not quite Mr. Toad's wild ride, but 15 months, right? That's a little mind-blowing just by itself. Next month, we're coming up on the stream's April, May. Yeah, 2-month anniversary. It's like 5 weeks off. I have no thoughts on that or what to do for that. I'm still concerned with just keeping the streams going and getting back up to speed. Coming along more slowly than I would have liked. Find the arcs, find the people. Evaluate Havarl for an outpost. Liam Costa. What does Liam have to do with this? Liam helped coordinate efforts on the ground. He's confirmed the obvious. You need to keep pushing. Why does Liam get his name on this? I don't know. PB's secret project. Check your email from PB. Don't think that was there before we landed. And keep finding memory triggers so we can remember what Daddy knew. Like, we did investigate an ancient crashed shuttle on Havarl and I guess recovered an artifact.
I am assuming direct
Oh,
control.
we are woo. What's up, man? Welcome. And Bob going directly to lurk mode. What's up, DA Bob? King Bob, lurking Bob. What's up? Both of y'all, what's going on? That was fun, right up until it wasn't. Not how things go. All right, hands off the keyboard again. Hands off, Jay. Hands off keyboard. Don't touch. Don't touch. Just got out of a meeting. Is at the end of your day? Maybe not quite end of your day. Bob, you got anything on your plate this weekend? Yeah, Veld and stuff when we get back to EOS. A little later, maybe when we're done with Havarl and Veld. Waiting for an email from Knight, the anti-AI group leader who hacked an Avena and hacked some code that got uploaded to our SAM unit. SAM seems to have neutralized. Score. Porter's birthday party this weekend. Well, a happy birthday to Porter. One of the awesome furry creatures in Woo's life. I hope, is he getting a steak? I hope it's a really good one for him. I know it's kind of a special one for you and him. All right. That's boring. Let's not look through missions. But we're here. We're heading down the trench. We're trying to find some way to get, maybe get back up. And if there's no getting back up, we'll fast travel to another point a little later. Sandwich and beer. That is cool. I'm jealous. I still not had a beer since end of summer. Somewhere around there. No steak, but he is getting a big old doggy birthday cake. Well, good. I'm sure he deserves it.
Let's do this!
I need to speak. Do we actually have outstanding skill points? No, we're getting close to level 9. Yes, the game got patched yesterday. 105. What has that done that we're going to see? I don't know. Supposedly the shaders, the eye shaders for a lot of characters have been, or for everybody maybe, have been tweaked. The faces should look better. Yeah, we'll see. I can't really tell from here, but conversationally, any improvements I will take. So baby steps, baby steps. Have you gone through any dialogue sequences with the fixed eye shaders? No, actually, I have not left this platform. I loaded into the game 15... Have I been standing here for 15 minutes? Oh, shit. What's with the T-Rex? Velociraptor. What the hell is that? It's armored, so... Can you scan mid-combat? Maybe not. Please leave a corpse! No corpse. We've been fighting things that dissolve after the battle. Come on, there was ammo on this. That's not ammo. There was ammo on the screen, wasn't there? Didn't want to start with no ammo. Alright. Because weapons seem to have their own independent stacks of ammo, which is huge. Big plus. I brought an extra pistol, sort of, this case submachine gun. Canadians, you already traded this in for Destiny? When is Destiny launching? How does that work? Destiny's months off, isn't it? And... or is it not? Oh, there's ammo. Good. Gonna have ammo soon. I'm still trying to make my peace with this game. But, you know, the fact that I'm still struggling to doesn't mean it won't happen. They were dead, but they kept moving until they were off camera. Exit, stage right. September 8th. So, you get better trade-in value by doing that now? You can scan mid-combat. You just have to holster your weapon. Thank you. Drop it. Good to know. Important. Important to know. Oh. Yeah, even for my bumpy healing path right now, it felt really good to take a little nap before the stream. I should make that a thing more often. Get juiced up a little bit. Because armored, I can't really affect with powers too much. Concussive shot barely does anything. Pull, throw, not gonna do anything. Leave a corpse! Please. Shit. Again. Right on. Yeah, I don't know the characters or lore in Destiny. Canadians, you said you got a Cade 6 figurine for pre-ordering, but no incendiary ammo consumables. Believe it or not, I have not used a consumable yet in the game, and during the loadout I swapped out for cryo and shields, and I don't have a third slot. So, and I've been baby stepping my way through this. 3 hours feels like nothing. I wanted to start earlier today. That's why I napped out instead, because I was frustrated that if I started the stream early, I'd have to end it accordingly early. Backtrack. Shit. Backtracking to the wall. There's something I didn't scan. I got a buzz on my Omni tool when we were starting, and I did not go looking for whatever I was supposed to scan. So let's grab that real quick. Hello. Remnant core device. The adaptability of this rare device suggests that it may actively bridge other Remnant systems in a way we can't yet emulate. Provides significant research potential. A lot of nodes that look the same are described as having different functions, and yet some of the ones which get scanned, new things being scanned, they seem to have very similar descriptions. Like almost like we're scanning the same thing but getting separate credit. Yeah, I'll take it. More research points. Good. So what have y'all noticed in the patch? Anyone who's playing Andromeda, especially if you've played since yesterday with the patch. Do you have an active mission here? No waypoint? I don't know. It was at one point on the scientists. I know kind of where I'm going. I need to get out of this trench and go west. I was heading to this monolith down here. We made our way along, dropped down, came down. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to this memory trigger right now. It looks like I'll have to come in from the north of it. But maybe we'll hit a wall soon. We'll have to figure out something. Maybe this will take us towards the gravity well. Might end up fast traveling back up and try to come at this a different way. Not sure how we're going to approach that. But it looks like there's another monolith way off this way. Maybe that's down in a vault. Did they actually speed up the planet scanner? Excellent. Eye shaders, much better. Addison, still a bitch. She looks like a human bitch type now, huh? Okay. Exogenium spec magnets. Whoa! Hey, look at what they did with the inventory limit. I had bumped my inventory from the initial 50. I spent one cryopod on inventory that took it up to 65. It's 150 now. Wow. Does anybody know? I didn't pick up that loot. Does anybody know? How does that work? Did everything get bumped? Like the default inventory, that got bumped up? Did the extra inventory from spending a cryopod point on it also get bumped up? That's awesome. That's awesome. Good. Why should inventory need to be a pain in the ass? Are they trying to somehow simulate realism in this far-off galaxy of strange alien plants and creatures? Yeah. Give us room. Let us work with it. C-Star, okay, you got 100, never expanded, so they doubled the base inventory, and instead of getting 15 slots for the cryopod, it sounds like I got 50. Thank you. Direction was I facing? East or west? South. Never mind, south. So maybe this will take us in and around towards the monolith. I hope so. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Presuming for the moment that I do make peace with the game and we go all the way through the game, we're going to be here for a few weeks because it's in 3-hour chunks. And as you may have noticed, I was not able to insert another stream into the schedule yesterday. What I should have done was put something on for this weekend. Guess I'm on the fence about doing back-to-back days. I can't tell yet how it's affecting my restful or not so restful state, as it were. But I need to try hard not to get really worked up, because even a little bit of tension seems to be risking some not insignificant setbacks, and I don't want that. You don't want that. We don't want that. Do you want tips? Yes, please. So, tips, suggestions, welcome and encouraged. The only thing that I don't want is story spoilers. Feel free to suggest places to go, things to do, things to avoid, skills, combat. You're going the wrong way, Jay. All of that stuff. You're going the wrong way. Fair enough. Any comments on what that big shit? No, I'm dead. Oh God, that was too fast, too close. Fell into electrified water. So why the big door? It looked like there's nothing over there. Can't be nothing over there. Remnant polymer. I guess backtracking or fast traveling it is. You'll get back there. Okay, maybe we'll come out that way. Maybe we'll drop down on it and come out that way. Well, let's fast travel. Let's get out of here since I seem to have gotten us stuck in this trench with not much in sight. Let's come up here. I want to get to this memory trigger. Maybe we'll find some other way to approach this monolith. Feel free to suggest places to go. I also have not gone into the Remnant Abyss. Why? Because it's an abyss. I don't want to go into the abyss. Probably need to go into the abyss. Don't want to jinx it, but the frames look momentarily stable, and they were so bad the other day. It's unclear what exactly was happening, but my stream box did lock hard when I tried to get things ready today. I had to restart it all. Maybe it got flaky the other day. I think we read this already. I'm gonna pass on rereading it for now. Hey, Hazcat, I got a tip for you, Jay. Kill everything, don't die. Best tip ever. We want to go slightly east and south to get to that memory trigger. Oh, I didn't fast travel. I don't know what I'm doing. I did fast travel. I didn't. Map is not very good. It's actually 3D, and it tries to show our tunnel to that monolith mark. Tunnel to this one? Something on this map is... Take your word for it. Maybe I just don't have the right part of the map exposed. You know what map has good indications for topology? Zelda. It's also blue and purple. Hard to tell what's what. The distance. It's a jungle, so maybe that shouldn't be surprising. But I'm trying to get a sense from up here where I need to go once I'm back down on the ground. No, keep going east. Keep going east. I'm gonna mark memory trigger. No, I got the rain stuff under control in Zelda. Shit. I've even gotten into a rhythm where I can climb surfaces in the rain, even though it's very stamina inefficient. But it is doable. Oh man, I know Zelda's been frustrating for you, Woo, but in the middle of Mass Effect, where I have to grit my teeth to avoid face palming at every turn, you don't want to get me started on Zelda, which puts a shit-eating grin of glee on my face at every turn. Let's avoid comparing Andromeda to Zelda right now. Let's do that off stream. But I think increasingly that I will have to restart Zelda on stream at some point, because I'd really love to share it with you. But I already have over easy 100 hours in it. So. Corpses? Is anyone gonna leave a corpse for me? I'm gonna have to do what Entropic said, I think, and holster my weapon mid-combat if I want to scan those. Just remember to not port those videos over to YouTube afterwards. Which ones? Oh, you mean is Nintendo coming down on people posting Zelda still? Still? I mean, I didn't even hear that much about it, but since you mentioned it, I guess I did hear something. Got a new helmet. Angaran helmet. Nintendo will flag it. What's their problem? Don't they want people to show off their beautiful game? Not far enough east. Really hope I can get to that memory trigger without too much grief. But the world map in Zelda does a good job. The lines of actually indicating what's higher, what's steeper. Chasm of the Builders. Five Finger Filet, what's up? Happy Friday. Said, how are you liking this? I was wrong about The Witcher, by the way. I'm getting into it now. I'm really glad you're getting into it, including the combat, swordplay, maybe. You got a lot of variety in what you can do, play style in The Witcher, and yet for all the hundreds of hours I put in.
What are Tarians doing out
Oh,
here?
Tarians! I just swordplay. It was all just swordplay for me. That was my... Shit, not what I want. Guess what I want. I don't know what I want! I want to be in cover that I don't have. That was way too close. Boom! There's a Rokar. That's not gonna work. I'm really glad to hear that. Being one of my favorite games and probably the most fun melee combat I've had in any game ever, The Witcher. Five Fingers, I'm really glad to hear you're enjoying it now. I really think it's a dance. It's a dance. It's sort of like I should shut up and fight. As long as you're having a good time with it. Oh, that. Who are you telling to reload? Me? I don't have anything to reload with. I know I'm about to be flanked, but it would be nice if I could take out this sharpshooter before that happens. Oh, I need ammo! So apparently I don't have enough luck.
Just got bigger.
Alright. Is a dead guy? No, it's just that's a live Turian who doesn't want to talk. Hello? What the hell? Oh no, I need ammo. I saw ammo and then I was approaching it and then stuff and now I don't have any ammo. There's the ammo. Alright, popping out to grab the ammo. Not enough cover. See how she took cover and her head was still out and she was still being tracked by the sharpshooter? You would have preferred Canadians to get ammo drops off of enemies? I guess I don't have any real thoughts on that yet. Seems it works well enough.
Trigger, Sam?
One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
Should be pulling out the scanner here. What's that? Login. Pavafina Perari. There's something wrong with this planet. Plants sprout up behind you. The trees whisper. And I swear something other than those aliens is watching us. Thank spirits for the Spectre. If we survive, it's because of Avitus. Spectre? I didn't know there were any Spectres came along. Part of the initiative. Cortec. Adapted apparatus, unique operation. Recovery aside device is valuable for its non-standard adaptation of initiative technologies. I'm going to stop reading some of these item descriptions because they seem... they're very similar to each other. They basically say this is useful because tech and variations on that. So unless they scream out something unique, I'm probably going to skip some of those descriptions. Login, Torixaris. Another attack by those things. The aliens. Can't go 2 days without an ambush. And if it's not them, it's the damn plants. Poisoning us or destroying whatever equipment we can salvage. Scavenge. Keep wondering about the other arcs. Maybe they fared better and are mounting a rescue. Just hope it's not the humans. Arrogant bastards would never let us forget it. Yeah, Canadians, if only you could know going in. Armor piece. If only you could know going in whether something you're about to read is going to be interesting by the time you get halfway through it. However it may look, I am no speed reader, so I just read it as I go. Almost didn't see him standing there.
Shot to the gut. Painful. appreciate the help back there. Name's Avidus Rix. Sorry if my methods seem extreme. Civilian life is trying.
Sarah Ryder, human pathfinder. You former military?
A Spectre. Special tactics and reconnaissance. Did the Council's dirty work for 15 years.
You don't have to be snarky, Sarah. You were the Council's maid.
So you're used to being above the law.
Well, good thing there are no laws in Andromeda, huh? The initiative was my retirement plan. Then Natanus hit the Scourge and bam, woke up here.
What happened? Where's the Ark?
No idea. Had to break out of my own damn stasis pod.
A fall like that should have killed you.
Those pods are sturdier than they look. But most of the Turian population is still missing, including Mason, our Pathfinder. Sam hasn't transferred to me, so he's alive. Just don't know where.
So all the Pathfinders are supposed to have a Sam implant. Sam hasn't transferred to me. Not sure Doesn't he have an implant? So what does he mean transferred? I must have missed something in his dialogue. Was he saying he was supposed to take over, kind of like Sarah took over the role from Papa Ryder when he died? But that hasn't happened yet? I think I missed a bit of his dialogue. Well.
He hasn't made it back to the Nexus.
Knowing Mason? He's out there looking for
Mason
me.
was supposed to.
Mason dedicated his life to Andromeda. He's too stubborn to die now.
We need every Pathfinder we can get.
The debris and stasis pods from Natanus are scattered across the sector. Between the two of us, we should.
Oh, I think I get it. Okay, so the other Turian is the Pathfinder. This guy would have been the next Pathfinder. So if the original Turian Pathfinder had died, Sam would have been transferred to our buddy here. And since that hasn't happened, he presumes that the other Turian, the Pathfinder, is still alive. Okay, that does make sense. All right, let's find something.
You go left, I go right.
Something like that. Here's my frequency. Call when you find something.
The risk of continuing to go back to talking about The Witcher, which is one of my favorite games. Five Finger, you said you were rushing enemies, didn't realize how vital dodge was. Yes, it sure is. And have you played the other ones? I don't remember if you said that was your first one, but you have to roll throughout the second game, Assassins of Kings. You're rolling. You're just rolling the whole time. And you can still roll in the third Witcher, but as you may have noticed, it's not efficient. And with the dodge, you need to rewire your brain, especially if you've played the earlier game, to do a lot of dodging instead of rolling. But it really adds to the flow of combat once you get used to it. The flow of combat is actually one of the more positive elements of this game that I've gotten to experience so far. Multiplayer, single player, combat does have a nice flow to it. This could be a dead end. Just here for the memory trigger and meeting a Turian. Poke around the edges a little bit. Nickel. Platinum. More nickel. We're done. This dead end. Where should we head? This dungeon, new mission. There's something I didn't pick up right here. Who's a talker? Rusa.
I can't believe this is really happening. Thought we'd be stuck here forever, or until the aliens killed us. We built this camp from what remained of our stasis pod.
Rock
If
and
we
roll.
leave, we can't abandon our wreckage. There's debris we couldn't get to out there. We have to take it with us.
All right, we'll try.
Anything from the crash belongs to the initiative. It'll go back to the Nexus with you.
Hey, Chi, what's
No
up?
telling what's still intact.
Happy
Don't want
Friday.
hostile aliens using it against us. If you find anything from Ark Natanis, tag it for recovery. Oh, and thank you.
Nice to hear more female Turian voices. Thought I didn't miss an extra weapon. N7 Crusader 2. We go by the next forward ops station. See about checking our loadout. Would be kind of neat if more of the containers stood out, even if you couldn't scan them for any research data points, to be able to have something stand out in bright orange on the scanner. That could be helpful, right? N7 Shoddy, in case that's a random roll in there. Let's save. I don't want to lose that. With just 600 years of compounded interest, think what all that nickel is worth. Oh yeah, by the time we get it back to Earth, we'll be rich! We're not going back to Earth. Okay, anybody got any oh shit, any suggestions about where to approach the monolith from? C-Star, you said something about a... Yikes. Something about a tunnel. Is this supposed to be the tunnel? So if I went back to this forward station and went south, maybe I'd find a tunnel entrance? Does that sound correct? Go back to the forward station and head right for it. Perfect. All right, we're on the same page. Instead of warping back, I'm going to try to run around and grab a couple of the Ark Natanis debris bits. I mark 1. Do they all get marked? That's not going to be confusing on the compass. It's all good. If I get lost, we'll fast travel back to that forward station and go south. Question, tech question for you all. Does anyone else in Windows 10 laptop, in Chrome, it is a touch screen. I'm not using the touch screen, but it's enabled. My chat for the past few months has been scrolling up randomly. So I'm at the bottom of chat. I'm hands off. There's no other input devices floating around. But I keep having to scroll back down to the bottom of chat. Does anyone else have that happen if they're chatting in a browser? I have not really tried to solve that. But it's been driving me nuts for a while. Especially now when I'm trying to keep hands off the keyboard. You've had that on a Surface before? That's what this is on a Surface. This is on a Surface, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Ark Natanis
You aware of any
tagged for
workarounds
salvage.
by chance? I haven't, like I said, I haven't really experimented. I haven't tried to troubleshoot it. So I can't answer that. There's lots of bits. They're all around. No, I'm not taking an efficient path. 65 meters as the crow flies, not as the jaywalks.
Ark Natanis debris tagged for salvage.
someone out there. Go get him! Go get him! My weapon away. Scan. Not that. The debris. The debris in here somewhere.
Arc Natalis debris, tagged for salvage.
C. Bailey auto hosting. Thank you.
Weird glowy mushrooms. My day's complete.
Let's be careful around the native flora. Okay, everyone?
This planet's weird.
Yangara called this the Al-Shajan Ghat, literally translated as moonface death. This toxic, non-edible fungus contains a chemical compound that wreaks havoc on the Angaran nervous system. Possibly tasty to humans. Alright, we'll go back up for the other debris points since this seems to be the entrance to the tunnel to the monolith. It works, that works. Discovered monolith. Oh, wrong weapon. I see the other one getting closer. So the reason I'm using the wheel right now to switch is because the holding X to switch between weapons is actually just a toggle between the one in your hand and the one you most recently held. What I wanted at the moment was a toggle between the submachine gun and the pistol, and the shotgun kept getting in the mix. I've got to manually switch from one to the other, so now I can toggle between them. Shit, more effectively. I don't like that guy. Right through the cover. I saw the indicator coming through the cover, but why? Why is that a thing?
That's it for now.
Think you might be onto something, Woo. Turians? Shitty pilots? Good tech, can't steer? Got some ammo. I see shields and medkit, but could use some ammo. I think this planet's gonna nickel and dime us to death. That is a cryopod, right? Supercapacitor, electrical, high yield energy storage. Could have used that to some advantage in the middle of the fight, but didn't see it till after. Building a race car does not make you a good driver. That is true. Getting a little jitter in the game here. Also with no quick save mechanism. Weird, right? No quick save? At least it is pretty quick to go to the menu, but I gotta get back in the habit of doing that.
Found them. The researchers caught in the stasis field. Exactly where Kieran said they would be.
Status alive. Heart rate below normal. Steady body temp. Brain activity low. Vital signs imply a relaxed state. Much like sleep. I'm jealous. Brainwave activity and metabolism are greatly slowed, but have not ceased entirely. There aren't quick save, but it auto-saves constantly. I don't have a feel for that yet, but as long as it does, then you're right, that would be just about as good. I do know what the indicator looks like, I just haven't, it doesn't stand out to me yet, so I don't really see it when it happens unless I happen to be looking in the corner of the screen. Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Unresponsive Angara. Let's push the button next to all the people who are frozen. What could go wrong? Remnant decryption. Okay. Weren't there patch notes about these being changed? They were going to make the decryption keys more available. Browse glyphs. This is only the second one I've done. So right now, I think we're lacking symbols, right? We need to, before this is solvable, we're going to need find more symbols, perhaps?
Will reveal the missing glyphs.
Wonder if I'd get anything on the scanner.
Keep saying that. Keep saying that. I need the reminders. Got one up there. Verdurous glyph. Glyph is structured via root stem leaf okay, we've heard that before. It might be a little different, but I don't want to say root stem leaf organizational tree over and over and over again. Let's see if that one glyph was enough. Nope. At least one more.
Looks like it isn't filled in yet.
Do you see the little bit of... You see the little bit of blue glowy? Shouldn't have clicked on it so quickly, but the spots with the glyphs that can be scanned did actually have a small visual indicator before even bringing out the scanner. That, okay. Tell us what this needs to be, right? Possible. That. That. We'll come back to that node here. Okay. Now the diagonals don't count, right? It's the lines. Diagonals don't matter in this glyph decryption. Oh, that can't be that. Can't be that. Shit. It's only a 4x4 and it's already going to scramble my brain a little bit. No, wait. No, wait. That. That's what that. 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 Good.
Reading of the monitors and
Oh,
scatting stars. What? Who are you? How did...
they call me Ryder.
Thanks isn't necessary. Just doing my job.
More aliens appearing out of nowhere. What's going on?
The remnant tech around here had you frozen in some kind of stasis.
I don't know who you are. Just stay back.
I don't think he remembers being frozen.
Pack your equipment. We're leaving. Alert Palev that there's an alien presence by the monolith.
If we had brought Jal, that might have gone differently.
That went well.
What's your status, Ryder? Did you figure out what happened to the research team?
Yes, but without you here, Jal, they don't like me one bit.
Now that they've woken up, I'm not sure they like me, but they're on their way back to Dar Palev.
That's good news. You should come too. Kiran looks like she wants to talk to you.
I'm not ready to go back. Checking the corners for materials and loot. I am no. Do not be stuck. Lubricant. You never have too much. The more games you play, Wombat, the less you like minigames. I am someone who generally hates minigames. Hate is too strong. But, I mean, that goes back a long ways. I noped out of Final Fantasy X over Blitzball. Unlike many people, I never enjoyed the snowboarding Final Fantasy VII. No, I always get frustrated by playing a game and then being forced to play a completely separate type of game. Tower defense in the middle of an RPG or whatever it is. But, by and large, people seem to like minigames, so be it. Practice. Practice, Hascat.
I am the very model of
A scientist Solarian. I've studied species Turian, Asarian, Batarian. I'm quite good at genetics as a subset of biology because I am an expert, which I know is a tautology. My xenoscience studies range from urban to agrarian. I am the very model of a scientist Solarian.
Proud to be here, Shepard. Thank you.
Whoa! I never have enough breath when that happens. Holy shit, KG! What are you doing? That is incredibly generous and surprising of you. Where's that coming from? Thank you. KG, thank you so much. Here's to a quick recovery. Keep being awesome. J-Love. We get some J-Love for KG in chat. My God. Thank you so much. You are awesome. Keep being awesome. Keep being awesome. That was a stunner. Ah. No, I am gonna mention it. I'm gonna mention it. I'm gonna stumble over it and mention it and grin about it. Happy Friday to you, KG. You're a ninja, all right. You're a ninja, Harry. Well, you got me there. I didn't see that coming. Ah, wow. The things you all do. We read this previously about not going near a crash site. So what are you up to this weekend? KG, what are you doing? The emote menu is back. Did your emote menu disappear, Wombat? I'm glad we picked up this N7 shotty. Let's swap it out. Good. Similar stats, but more damage. And we only lost 3% power recharge speed. Steal the mods from the other one. Shotgun melee optimizer. You're absolutely up to nothing. That's, I have been up to so much nothing that it's starting to go a little crazy. And as I'm sitting around doing almost nothing and unable to just unwind and relax, the duck says, well, you gotta spend less time on the computer, less time looking at screens. It's making you tense up. That's not even funny, Doc. That's all I've got right now. Trying to get back to something approaching normal. Not fair, Doc. Not fair.
Arcnatanus debris. Tagged for salvage.
I don't yet. Seized our cryo gauntlet for melee at some point. Freezing things. Stab and freeze. I would love to if we pick one of those up. Just got the standard Omni tool. I don't think I had any other options. Wasn't it right there? Just checking to see if I had picked up any Omni tool. It's your birthday! Holy shit, Hazcat! I did not know. I hope that wasn't something in the list that I missed because I've been delinquent. Happy birthday, man! Big cheers to Hazcat. You drinking some homemade hooch for your birthday? I guess that's for normal days. What do you drink on your birthday? Good God, I am. Sometimes I really suck. I collect all this information and I have not been making good use of it. So rusty, the gears don't turn. Man. Big time. Was there room on the cake for the candles?
Archnatanis debris, tagged for salvage.
It's just more. Same stuff, just more. You gotta allow yourself more. Well, I would have a drink with you if I could have a drink at all. So I'll have a drink with you in spirit. That was not an intended pun. Actually, Hazcat, we should get a couple of your own drinks into the drink bot. You smart-ass whippersnapper. Get off my lawn!
Different? Any news
I
of the
don't think
Moshai?
so. Why? Not Kieran. Do you? We're doing all
My
we can.
mind feels clouded, but I don't know if I'm just tired.
Why is that cursor stuck in the middle of the screen? Ow! Can I request? Can I request a cursor bug fix?
I apologize for the indifferent welcome you received from me earlier.
After everything you've faced, I wouldn't have blamed you if you shot at me.
We're all glad that didn't happen.
Ryder, what you have done here, your remnant understanding and your Sam should convince Ephra you're an asset. We should speak to him as soon as we can. Perhaps on the Tempest?
Kieran, I've been thinking. If Ryder can use Remnant, couldn't we fix the monoliths? Stop Haval's decline?
Havarl's decline?
This will take time to explain. We can discuss it further when you have time.
Didn't spend the last level's worth of skill points either, so we've got some of those. Let's see what might pop up here. Call Ephra from the Tempest's meeting room, so we gotta get back to the ship. Continue the priority up. Question for anyone who knows. Can we get to the other monolith now? Should we go for the other monolith now? If I had to guess, we'd go down into the Remnant Abyss, which will open up other parts of the map. What build are you going for, Jay? I don't know. In the trilogy, Adept and Sentinel were my favorites. I do sort of want to stick with maybe pistols, shotgun, submachine gun. I want to travel light. So even though we may have extra weight capacity to play with other options, right now, just still getting used to basic flow of combat. And, I have energy drain in there somewhere. Curious about the blink under Explorer, but I like the biotic combo detonations. It's a nice simple thing. Reminds me a bit of the earlier trilogy. So more combos, chain reactions of combo detonations. I really like the sound of that. I also want to get the Scorpion built at some point. What are we missing for the Scorpion? Lithium. Just need some lithium. That's my favorite gun in Mass Effect 3, so you can do the monoliths as long as you can get to the other side of the trench. Is heading to the Abyss a bad idea?
Transports available. Emergency support for cat attacks. All of them. What?
What yourself?
Is everything all right? You seem distressed.
Would you like a reward for that astute observation? You're that alien visitor that came to Aya asking about our vault.
You've heard of me.
Who hasn't? When strange new species turn up, reports spread fast. After the Ket, can't be too careful. Luge Anson, historian with the Repository of History, Aya. Listen, if there's nothing you need, could you go away? I'm busy trying to get transport off this cursed planet.
What if I don't go away? What if I bug you about your story?
Why did you come here from Aya?
Kieran's team found some remnant relics while digging around the old ruins. I was sent to collect them for the repository. It shouldn't have taken more than a day. But things never go according to schedule, do they?
You don't seem to like Havarl very much.
Havarl's other regions suit me just fine. But here... oh no. I don't do well in this fierce wilderness. You think these shelters keep you safe? They don't. Woke up this morning and found a thorny vine wormed its way into my body.
Oh, that would suck.
I'm stranded.
I like that noise
because
you made,
a
though.
branch pierced my shuttle's power core.
Greetings, Void.
You mentioned remnant ruins. Are there lots of remnant here?
Yes. If you've been out in the jungle, you might have seen some of it. We think the ruins were part of a vast remnant complex. We've seen evidence of hallways that wound through the area, both above and below the ground. Generations ago, our people took shelter in what we found here. That's how Palef was established.
Were there no hostile remnant machines?
None, according to the histories. We found artifacts, of course. Bits of things that we could study. But they say it was like moving into an empty home.
I'll just go.
I won't bother you further.
Very well. Watch out for plants while you're out there. Vicious things.
Vicious, nasty things. Feed me, Seymour. Shalesh, translated from Shalesh. Established in the shadow of remnant buildings, Palav was a center of trade and learning. Anyone who wished to observe working remnant monoliths was directed here. Deep within the tunnels of remnant ruins, we could hear the hum of mysterious machines, their purpose unknown. Scribbled in the margins, too dramatic? This is a history book, not a thriller. Note to self, mention that the entire Dar was overtaken by the jungle, with the only thing still standing being a small restored area that's used as a research outpost. Also mention the remnant areas we're still told to avoid. Navoa Sabe, by Tavum for Anilin. Another little mechanical bit I'm still getting used to. A lot of the data pads and things that you read that may be related to mission objectives, you have to acknowledge them. You can't just open them. If you back out with the B button, they go unacknowledged. And I know I am leaving things behind by accident by doing that. The Hazarita is a pretty long one, and I know it's in Discord, but doesn't mean we can't get a version of it into the bot. I just need to get my act together for all the back-end stream stuff. But even with all this non-stream time, I mean, I've got a lot of time, but I have to make a concentrated effort to not sit there tapping away on a computer or just staring at a screen, and I'm bad at disciplining myself there. So much back-end stuff, always. We've not talked Kieran Dowles about Havarl's problems, but I thought we just did. You did say when you have time, come talk to me about it. Well, we got time. We're here.
You were saying something about the planet being in decline?
It doesn't look like it, but Havarl is sick. It started here, uncontrolled mutations in organic life, killing some, turning others into poison. We're starting to see the same elsewhere. The planet's ecosystem is crumbling, slowly but surely.
It's the monoliths. There are only 2 of them when there should be 3.
Do we know why there should be 3?
So, I go to the third monolith, turn it on, reset the vault, and voila!
That is just the thing, Pathfinder Rider. There is no third monolith. It's lost.
How do you lose an entire monolith?
It could be destroyed for all we know.
We've never tried asking the sages. There could be something in their oral history.
Stars. Those superstitious hermits don't care about modern Angara. You know that.
You saw the projections for the planet's survival. What do we have to lose?
Just explain sages.
Sages? Oral histories?
On Mithratha. That old remnant edifice over there. They trace their families back to a time just after the Scourge. They believe isolation will maintain the purity of the histories by preventing contamination by modern thought. Basic sense. They probably don't even understand or care that Havarl's dying.
If asking your sages doesn't work, we'll be back here. So, what's the harm in it?
The trek up Mithratha's teeming with Remnant. Most of us don't attempt it, but maybe you could do it. Follow the Remnant River, and keep your head. I'd hate to hear something terrible happened in pursuit of some ancient legend.
Find the entrance to Mithratha, the sanctuary. Okay. Oh. We on the same page? We're gonna head for the Abyss. See where that leads. Brings us up on the other side. If anyone has a different suggestion, let me know. We should grab, you know what? Let's go grab these 3 pieces of tech. I'm gonna fast travel to this ops station. We'll grab those 3 pieces of tech. We'll see if anything respawns in the trench, too. How do you like the game so far, Jay? I like the exploration and combat a lot better than anything else I've been able to experience yet. I'm still waiting for the story to develop in a more meaningful way. And I'm still trying to be real patient with it, so...
Arc Natalis debris, tagged for salvage.
The little things that got fixed in the patch, that's great. They weren't really what I was stumbling on. So I guess I'm looking for more reasons to connect with squad mates and other characters. More motivation for the overall story. North, north, north. I need to go south to get those other debris. Story gets better. I look forward to that. Really do. Jump jetting around is obviously a good time. I need to get more adaptive where when I've got something like this I can climb on where I don't just jump jet awkwardly over everything. Fun as it is, it's not appropriate for every movement, and I need to get out of the habit of doing it for every little thing I need to hop over. Well, Vold, wherever you pronounce it, that's our next stop. We probably won't get there today, but that is our next stop. I meant to put something else on the schedule before today's stream.
Debris, tagged for salvage.
And I think what I'm going to do is put a Sunday stream on the schedule and then hopefully stream tomorrow if I feel up to it. But right now, limiting streams to 3 hours every other day is what I'm going to do unless I'm feeling really good and punchy. It bums me out to talk about the limitations that I've got right now. Because I want to be putting those behind me, not still dealing with them. But tomorrow's a maybe, and Sunday's a go. One thing at a time.
Readings indicate all Turian wreckage on Haval has been found.
Good. Tell our salvage teams to get busy removing them.
Let's head back up to the north end of the trench. See if we can't come out on the east side of it from there. Hey, Grim. I hope this isn't a weird hi that I always do when I come to your stream. What do you mean? What do you mean? Sometimes your hellos are weird. Today looked pretty normal, though. Yeah, I appreciate the reminders, because the reminders that it's okay to not stream when I want to be streaming. When I know you'd all like to be here and I'd like to be here, it does not make it easier to just sit there doing nothing. And the doc says, relax. Just relax, Jay. Just relax. The doc does not call me Jay. Maybe I should ask the doc to call me Jay. The latest on that is that I have been unable to relax, and that is starting to impede some of the healing process. And I don't think it's as simple as sitting here for a few hours. We have not spent a lot of time here. I still have good control and comfort with the controller in hand, and that's fantastic. But as I have a hard time not relaxing in general, things were starting to get more wound up. And at least yesterday, they were spiraling a bit out of control. Spoke to the doc again. Doc sent me down to the pharmacy for more meds again. So I'm on a cocktail again. Not the kind I'd like. Hey, Rango. Welcome. Almost missed you coming in there. Relaxing never seemed so hard. No, right? How silly is that?
We've got targets.
Hello? Right in the you-know-what. I really need to scan one of those mid-combat. I don't think I have scanned any yet. That robotish thing, that are you talking about Drac over here? Krogan in a big heavy suit of armor? I guess he does look a little bit like a Big Daddy. Small for a Big Daddy, though.
Nice work.
Shields are up. I'll take their fire.
Psycho Jack? No, we are not. But you gotta admit, he does look a little bit like a Big Daddy in shape. Hey, Kithri. Nice. Happy Friday. Welcome. Which quest am I doing now? I was cleaning up the task for the Turian debris, and I decided to head north in the trench here, just because I saw more enemies and see if there was anything. Haven't really found anything. was going to head towards the Remnant Abyss entry point. Unless, is there a way east from down here in the trench? Maybe something thereabouts? If I headed there, would I be able to move through? Another op station? Wait, north just has the way out. North is the way out. Is there something right around me I'm missing? The bridge over the chasm opens later. So can't go there now. Not just the bridge, but I can't go there from down here. I'm not doing a very good job of reading the map. Hey, there's another thing that's like BioShock. The maps confuse me more than they help much of the time. Oh god, the BioShock 1 map though. It's an exercise in frustration. Should be some platforming on the northwest corner of the trench to get out. Oh, all the way up here. Yeah. Well, I can fast travel out. If I'm not going to be able to go east from in the trench. And the entrance to Mithrava down on the south end of the trench. On the other side, not actually in the trench. We're back up here.
So what was Kieran saying? All this'll disappear one day?
What's up, Edge? Strong enough to get the band in your hair. Yeah. No, that's not a problem. I can use my arms and hands just fine and put them above my head. I just need to try and keep in an idle, relaxed state so things get all wound up and they don't unwind very easily. Something.
Here we go.
Can't say too much about the patch yet, Edge. The eye shaders, I've only seen a little bit of cutscene work. They haven't stood out to me as awkward today, so I guess that's something. We haven't been in space, traveling between planets, so being able to skip bits of that. Haven't had the opportunity. Inventory space went way up. Standard inventory went from 50 to 100. They doubled it. And the bonuses you get from spending a cryopod point seems to be much bigger too. Okay, Graham, that was short. Bye for now. Tell me about it, Hazcat. They take a big brunt of the. Oh shit! Electrical hazard and under attack. Not good. Not good. That's a plant. I need cover. Give me cover. Yeah, I can't even take them out for walks right now, and it's gonna be a while. And that really hurts. It's just not fair to them. I got a fenced yard and a dog door, but it's not the same thing. Now that my mother has gone back home, East Coast, you're gonna be missing out quite a bit. Got some neighbors and friends who can help a little bit with that. But one of my neighbors who just loves the dogs and would love to take them out more. They're moving right now. They're moving this week and out to Cali. Yeah, feel free, KG, to link those patch notes. I have looked through them, but I bet somebody would like to see what's in there. Ease that up. Looks like a vault to me. Will we have access? Say, Edge, you want them to fix the squad combat controls. You don't care about the alien eyeballs and crap. You want to be able to manage the battles. But when you say fix, what do you mean? They're not bringing... There's no mention of bringing the power wheel or specific control back, is there? Is that what you mean by fix? You want to have... do you want to have control over telling each squad mate when to use what power? Seems to be very much on purpose. Down the rabbit hole. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late, I'm late, I'm late. No. Remnant core device. Even just go over there and fight that guy would be handy, but you can, can't you? You can do that. Can't you tell companions where to go? And that includes telling them to attack certain targets? I thought that was something that does still work. Or is it strictly movement? If you point at a target and tell them to go, do they not switch to attack that target? Hey, Jellyfish, welcome back. Plan does feel good today, better than some of the previous play sessions. And I don't even think it's the patch. I think it has to do with starting boots on the ground. Starting in the middle of some action with mission objectives around, things to fight, places to explore. If there's one unfortunate point that I haven't been terribly pleased by the game yet, it's dialogue and exposition, and so I do hope that improves. But starting today, right in the middle of it, with things to do, feels a heck of a lot better. Chi, if you have a target, your reticle, you hit X to tell both squaddies to attack it. Oh, separate button, not just D-pad. That's good to know. I'll try and do that just to explore. Next fight we get in, I'll try to remember to do that. Okay, so I don't want to be standing here. Not good, not good. I'm going down. Oh, it looked like the D-pad. Looked like the D-pad. Oh, keyboard. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, D-pad, it does work. I just did it once there. Let me see. So if I tell them, there we go. I can tell them both to attack, or I can tell one or the other to attack. Gotta use those shield capacitors. I'll get there eventually. Mobility on the battlefield is so much better with those jump jets. Getting into trouble and being able to jet away really fast, or something charging you and being able to jump back away from it really fast. That's solid. That's good. Shit, what have I done? Being the mission area, you think? It's a wall on the ground. In the correct circumstances, this wall may function as a motion-activated door. Is that the Explorer one, Edge? The go through things evade? Would that be with the Explorer profile where you get a blink? Sure looks like it's going deeper in. I'll loop around. Alright, let's keep going this way and hopefully we can come back around. I don't want to miss half the vault.